Welcome, everyone. Happy Thursday. We're almost at the end of the week, and I've got a message for you. This is amazing. When this message is coming through, I'm thinking, wow, the collective is really doing it. You guys are celebrating. For some of you, you have really found your voice. You have really found your pace, your path, your everything right now. You are celebrating because you found your voice. You found your ability to stand on your own path and not underestimate what it is that you are capable of doing. This message came in so like in a celebratory type form and so strong in a sense of you have found your voice. You have said the things that you needed to say. You have come to the realization that no longer are people going to be manipulating you and trying to siphon your energy and your power away from you. You have reclaimed your power. That is the message I got in this reading. You have reclaimed your voice. You have reclaimed your power. If this message resonates with you, we're going to get deeper into it. So please stick around. And at the end, I pulled a moon card, which totally closes this whole reading out in the most perfect way. So be sure to stick around to the end. Remember, only take what resonates, leave the rest. This is for a portion of the collective. This reading here right now, we're going to get into it. The message that I received is you recently come to the realization that you are no longer going to give power to those who try to not only siphon your energy, but the ones who also try to take your power away from you. You have reclaimed your power and you are feeling this uplifted energy within yourself. I'm even feeling the energy within me now. As this reading was coming out, I felt this immense surge of energy come through me. And it was telling me that the collective has truly stood their ground. You guys have really put down those boundaries, have held it and said, no more. No more trying to take my control. No more trying to tell me what it is I can and cannot do in my life. I am a grown ass adult. I have my own path to go on, and I'm going to do those things that serve me. And you have realized this dynamic, this pattern of behavior has come through these dynamics through the generations in your family. You've looked upon your family and realized that this has been a learned behavior that has been passed down through generations, that each person in the family has played a compliant part in this type of behavior. And you are no longer playing this game because you realize that every time that you went to play this game, that you are only finding yourself reverting back and being complacent into what it is that they wanted, fitting into their box, becoming their convenience. And what it was doing is it was shorting you in life. And you are so tired of being shorted. You're like, I have had it. I am done. I am no longer being shorted in life. I am living my true, authentic path because no longer am I going to allow people to control the narrative. I'm going to go ahead and pursue those interests and those ideas that I have. And what I'm feeling in this message really strongly is that you have been pushing your own ideas, your own mission, your own purpose very aggressively recently. And you are truly seeing the rewards through it. And it is pushing you to push harder. It is telling you you are on the right path. You have received that confirmation. That's what I'm hearing right now. You have received the confirmation. You know what it is you're doing is right for your own life because you're realizing now that your life is going smoother. You're looking back on your life and thinking, wow, without these people impacting my life and my energy, my days are going smoother. I'm able to think much more clearly and more decisively. My life path is much more filled with joy, happiness, stability. And I don't have to be on edge. My nervous system has calmed down. I don't feel that every little thing sends me on edge. And I'm getting this surge feeling of much of the time, your energy was like in this preparation energy, like you were prepared for the incoming. Whatever drama was coming in, whatever, something would set off your nervous system, something would make you feel an immense amount of anxiety, like you were on edge, like, almost like an anticipation of chaos about to break out. And what it would do is it would make you feel like you were stuck. It would make you feel like I am never going to move out of this situation. This is so consuming. How am I going to break free? And you realized recently, very recently, that this no longer has a hold on you. This no longer is going to hold you back in your life. You know what it is that you want to do, and you now have control over your life. And you are no longer making apologies to anyone for how you live your life authentically. You are done. You are like, I am done. I am not dealing with this bullshit anymore. Excuse my cussing, but that is the word that came into my mind. You are no longer tolerating the BS from people because you know that you are set out to be more. You are set out to live your higher true self, your authentic self. You have purpose. You have a calling. You have a mission. You know that you are going to make change in your life, however that looks for each of you. You are no longer going to be compliant to their plan. You are done. You are like, I am done with this BS. I am no longer going to be compliant. I am no longer going to allow these people to influence my life. This whole thing is a distant memory to you. This is no longer consuming your life. You have a hold, a control of your life right now. This is an amazing energy. When this message came through, I thought, wow, the collective is really doing it. I mean, they are really, really doing it. They are stepping into their own. And what is coming forth to you through these changes is collaboration. You're going to find that people are starting to, and I'm getting a message that you are already having people come into your life that are changing your life. You are realizing that you're able to collaborate with people and trust people like you've never been able to before. And whether this is people online, in person, I think the message I'm getting very strongly is that I think it's both. You're feeling it both ways, that you're having people in your real life, in person, face to face, and also online, that you feel this community feel, that you're able to actually learn from other people as well. That is the message I'm also getting. You have made immense strides. And I'm telling you right now, celebrate yourself. The weekend is coming. This is a timeless message, but we are Thursday when this is posted. Celebrate yourself. Go celebrate yourself. You deserve it. You have worked hard. You have put an immense amount of effort in to stand on your ground, stand on your boundaries, and hold them firm. And that takes an immense amount of courage. It takes an immense amount of bravery because you spent your life being consumed, controlled, and siphoned by people who did not truly appreciate you for who you are authentically. And that is no longer going to happen in your life. You have taken the reins and you've realized these people don't have power over me. The power that I gave them was out of fear. I no longer have that fear. I no longer submit to fear. I have conquered fear. I am allowing myself to live in the light because the light, what does it do? It illuminates the darkness. And you have had a timeline reset because the Neuro Linguistics card that came out, timeline reset. Your past, it doesn't define you. Remember that. But how you hold on to it does. Do not allow the past to define you. This card, when it comes out, it invites you to revisit key moments in your timeline and recreate them, turning past challenges into future strengths. Realize that all those challenges that you had in your past is what has made you so strong and courageous today. You have had a timeline shift. You have had a timeline reset. You have hit that reset button and you said, no more. No more am I doing this. And then when I pulled the angel number, we got unconditional love, 600. And this card says family is everything. And let me make something abundantly clear to all of you. Family isn't always blood. Let me say that again. Family isn't always blood. Sometimes those people you share blood with can be your worst enemies, but however that is, you must always approach things with a heart of love, a heart of light. Forgive within yourself. And forgiveness, what does that mean? It means you're forgiving for yourself. That doesn't mean that people get access to your energy. You still hold your boundaries. But don't go approach family with hate, even if they've done you wrong. Approach with a heart of love. Because I'm going to tell you something. They don't know. They don't see what you see. You are able to access information and things they are incapable of. They don't want to see it. And you can't force anybody to see it. But you can still love with healthy boundaries. And this card, what it says is not everyone who loves you is perfect. And this is very true because I think a lot of times we expect perfection from people, and that is impossible. But the unconditional love they give you is, remember, family isn't always blood. There are people who are your family who love you in a very unconditional way. And if you do have family that loves you unconditionally, you are truly, truly blessed, and hold on to that. Your angels want you to focus on the unconditional, loving bonds of family. If family is something you don't have, they want you to create it. You can create your own family, your own tribe, people that resonate with you, who have you taken for granted that you can connect with today. Reach out to a family member or a cherished friend on the phone. Send them a card or pay them a visit. Spend today thinking about who you can connect with, who you know truly, truly loves you in a very unconditional way. And it's important that whatever energy is in your life, it is a good energy. You don't want it to be an energy that's going to send you back spiraling into the wrong places. And then Spirit said, I want you to split the deck. And you know how we do it here. We go with that. And what we got was 000, universal abundance. Here we go. The universe is about to give you abundance and it supports you. The focus of love is around you. This number enhances all attributes of other cards you have drawn today. Celebration. All of this is amplified. This number enhances all attributes of other cards you have drawn today, creating a powerful connection between you and your angels. Visualize the power of the universe flowing into your being and envision your own creative forces amping up to meet you. Draw another card knowing that the next message will be amplified by this energy. And I did just that. And we got 111 screenshot. How about that? This is what's going to be amplified. What you pause and think about, hit the reset button. That's what's going to be amplified today. Make sure that you really, and with the partial lunar eclipse, this is so important. Make sure that your screenshot is very accurate, detailed. Visualize it, print it, make a vision board, whatever it is. This is all going to be amplified. Think of the universe as taking a screenshot of your frame of mind right now. Where is your frame of mind? Because you want it in the right place, because the universe is about to take a screenshot. Everything that is going on, all of your thoughts, feelings, goals, dreams are going to be replicated. Get on a high vibe quickly so you can manifest your best life moving forward. Recall a positive memory that stirs an emotion such as love, peace, and or gratitude right now in full living color. I love this. And then we had the word of the day, and we actually got two, which is not usually what we get. And the first word that we got was protection. Protection. All right. So protection, the moat that surrounds the fortress. You are protected. You have gotten your power back. You have built the moat and no one's going to come to you. The walls that are heavily guarded, the locked gate, the covered windows, the barred doors, nothing gets in. No one gets out. You have built your moat. There is a difference between safe and isolated. If a threat is not present and you are simply stuck in a fight and flight response, this is no longer protection. When the hovering clouds have dissipated, it is time to evaluate your stronghold. To cast a circle to fill your pockets with tiger eyes and mark your shoes with sigils. Consider the intangible and invisible dangers that may surround this situation. Your heart, mind, soul, and relationships may also need a shield. And in preparation for setting your intentions, you want to ask yourself these questions. What do you need to feel safe and secure? Are your barriers protective or excessive? How are you ensuring your own needs are met? Make sure that your barriers aren't so high that you're not allowing that love in, because you want to allow that love in. You want to allow people to come into your vibration. And that was the second word that we got, was vibration. And I was like, wow, I don't think we've ever gotten this word. This is the voice that shook the universe awake. The thrum you think you hear when the world falls quiet. There is an ever-present, omniscient murmur that can be listened to at any given moment. To tune in to the rumbling, recognize that you are part of the cosmic hum, that with every beat of your heart, we are all playing a part in the grand orchestra of life. The rushing of your blood, the echo of your words, the rustle of your hair in the breeze. Significant, palpable. The air is thick with emotion. There is a distinct mood settling over this place. Remember, you can control that mood if you choose to. And in preparation, these are the questions you should ask yourself when it comes to vibration. Are you tuned in to the flowing energy around you? How can you get back in the right rhythm? Can you identify the key players in the overall tone of this situation? And we are going to also take a look at the moon card that came out, because we do have a moon event that is happening. And that moon event is a partial lunar eclipse, which is going to cover 96% of the moon. And at what time? At 12:12. And here's the card that we got. And this is going to be revolving around growth, brilliance. You want to focus on your goals at this time. You really want to be able to focus on new beginnings, bold actions. It's about creating your new reality. This is about harmony, balance, and divine timing. And this also is a time to take action and strengthen your faith. And in the end, you need to step out of your comfort zone. And we're going to go ahead and read what this moon card has to say in the oracle, because this is a significant time. Really focus on what it is that you want. A personal issue reaches resolution. And this is why I said that this moon card completely will resonate with this entire message, because you have realized that you have gained your power back. A personal issue has reached that resolution. And that's this card that came out. Things are likely to get very heated, as full moon in Cancer is a super emotional sign. So there could be something of an explosion of feelings around now or surrounding your question. It's important to be sensitive to other people when you pull this card. There are some very fine, sensibilities around, so tread carefully as you move towards your goals and dreams. This card indicates an especially feminine time. If it also heralds a time to deal with any family issues coming up, nothing to worry about. It signals a challenge is now coming to an end. You guys have reached that moment of accomplishing the goal of regaining your power back. That challenge has come to an end. This is what this card is showing. This card also suggests both that a domestic matter or private issue will soon come to a head, and that is a great time to move house. The answer to your question lies in being a great leader, a kind leader. This is the time for you to step up and agree to overcome your insecurities. Attuning to the moon is, it may be best to move towards what you want in a sideways manner. Any additional meanings to this card are: meditate to soothe heightened emotions, because you may be feeling very heightened right now. Now that you have regained that power back, that realization has come in, you might be feeling like your moat is a little deep, your walls are a little high, and you might be very standoffish. Remember to come from a place of love. Remember that there are people around you who don't see the things you see. They are not as aware and awakened as you are. Don't be clingy. Stop sulking. Have you had enough family time lately? Now is the time. And again, family isn't always blood. I think a lot of times people hear the word family and it makes them cringe. It's not always about people who are blood. Family can be anybody that loves you in a very unconditional way. The teaching of this card is the heightened emotion of the moon Cancer combination can't be ignored. However, Cancer is one of the moon's 2 home signs, along with Taurus. So, astrologically speaking, the moon loves to be in this sign. In fact, she rules Cancer. This means that this card, there is a sense that all is as it should be, or don't worry, all will soon be well. So that is our reading. Really make sure that you go celebrate this. This was truly an amazing reading. I loved it when it came out. Spirit was speaking in high volumes at me, being like, you need to articulate how important this moment is, because with this partial lunar eclipse that is going to be at its maximum at 12/12, which again revolves around growth, focusing on your goals, being balanced, new beginnings, bold actions. This is a time to really focus on your goals. Really, when you're setting your intentions, you need to look at, what are my goals? What do I need to get there? That is about setting your intentions. What is it going to take me to get to those goals? And you've got this. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. You've got this. The power is now in your hands. All right, everybody. Good luck today, and we'll catch up later for the shadow reading. Blessings.